today to make an announcement about Tulsa Christmas Parade 2020. And the announcement is Tulsa Christmas Parade is happening this year in the city of Tulsa. We couldn't be more excited about it. We know there's a lot of questions surrounding the state of current affairs and things like that. And so we have a plan in place to have a traditional parade, just like we've had for 94 years in downtown Tulsa. But we also have a plan in place to have a very innovative, first of its kind, drive-through parade in the event things are not ready for a traditional parade. But the bottom line is, the 94th Tulsa Christmas Parade is a go. It's happening. It's going to be in downtown Tulsa. It's going to be historic. It's going to be beautiful. We've already had a lot of outreach from community leaders and the city of Tulsa and the BOK Center and all of our amazing sponsors and float entries, and everyone is real excited about it, already submitting entry forms, and the parade website is live to submit your entry for your group right now. That's tulsachristmasparade.org or tulsachristmasparade.com, right? Don't we have the So anyways, that's the good news. It is happening. The drive-through concept, which is our plan in case we can't proceed with the traditional parade. It's innovative, nothing quite like it, and Jessica, our parade director, can give some details concerning that. Jessica?
So we've been doing a lot of research, and a lot of parades around the country unfortunately are canceling because it's a very difficult type of event to have. A lot of the bigger parades, you know, are they draw large crowds. So we've done a lot of research, and we've looked at the regular attendance of our event as well as the footprint, and we think it would be a very good opportunity to do a drive-through event. I've witnessed a couple of drive-through events in the surrounding area this year, and we've been working with the city of Tulsa as well as the Tulsa Police Department on a plan to come up with traffic control and how to line people up and get them through in a great amount of time. So that's what our plan is right now for the drive-through, is to use the same route and to allow cars to line up on Boston.
Cool.
If you have any questions more specific, I can answer those. And
what does the drive-through concept exactly look like?
I can barely hear you, sorry.
What does the concept of the drive-through parade exactly look like?
So we're going to take the traditional entries that we would have, floats, people dressed up in costumes, musical entries that come out and line them up along the current route, which would be starting at 6th and Boston, wrapping around to 3rd and coming up Boulder. So that route that the parade would normally drive down, instead there'll be all the entries will be parked stationary, and then the people in the vehicles will drive past and look at the vehicles, or the entries from the vehicles.
So literally, we would be inviting all of Tulsa to come out and essentially be a part of the parade, be the parade by participating down the historic route and looking at the displays along the route and the bands and the music performances and things like that happening. Now, obviously, we're hopeful that we can have a traditional parade. We'd love to see families lining the streets of Tulsa as a parade, traditional parade goes downtown like it has for 94 years. But in the event, or for 93 years, but in the event that can't happen, we have a plan in place that's safe and that we've already met with the city of Tulsa and Tulsa Police Department, and they've already given their blessing on the plan, because the bottom line is Christmas is going to be celebrated in Tulsa, and it's going to be a wonderful time, a joyous time, where families and friends can all come out, gather together, and celebrate the most wonderful time of the year. I mean, I tell you what, we need a little spirit of Christmas, spirit, joy in our hearts and peace in our hearts now more than ever. So we're really excited about it. And if you have any other questions, I'd be able to take them, and we have other members of the committee that would be able to take them. But do you have any other questions while we're still gathered as a group? Yes, sir.
When do you make the decision to do the traditional or the drive-through?
We're planning to make that decision sometime in November, if not earlier, but by the latest in November, and we'll be sure to contact you and let you know what our decision is. But we've had so many people contact us wanting to enter the parade. We want to go ahead and make the official announcement that the parade is happening. And so enter now, and you can do so at tulsachristmasparade.org, tulsachristmasparade.com, and that's kind of our approach. I know the Veterans Day Parade, I know that's still happening. So there's a lot of stuff still happening in our city, and we just want to do the right thing by having a plan in place in the event we can't have a traditional parade. But the bottom line is Tulsa Christmas Parade is happening. So thank you all so much for your support. Any other questions?
I guess it'd be Jessica. It would be a whole lot easier probably to just shut this off and say we'll do it next year, like most other events are doing. Why was it so important to make sure we actually do this year?
I think part of it's just a long-standing tradition. In the whole history of the parade, the only time that it's been canceled was during World War II. So, you know, we don't want to let something like this cancel an entire event. So we got together and just got all of our minds together, so what can we do so we don't have to cancel this? Because we know virtual is just not the same, especially around Christmas. You know, no one wants to sit in their living room and watch something online that they usually go out for. So that was one of our main motivators behind that, is we didn't want to cancel, we didn't want to go virtual.
And I know you guys typically announce like a theme. Is there a theme for this year?
Yes, the theme is
Great question.
A Christmas Joyride.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine whenever you were a kid, and not a parent loading up all your kids, but when you were a kid and you loaded up in your family's car to go to your aunt's house, to go to your aunt's house, to go to your grandma's house. For me, it was my Aunt Marion. Hi, Aunt Marion. How are you? I'm telling you, that's what we're trying to recreate with this theme this year. It's a wonderful time. It's a great time to have a Christmas Joyride. And, you know, we're hoping for great weather, obviously. Of course, with our partnership with Channel 8, it will be broadcast live. And so we're just, yeah, a Christmas Joyride, that's the theme. Great theme. Going to be really cool, really exciting. I mean, y'all remember your Christmas Joyrides on Christmas morning, going to grandma's, going to your aunt's house, whatever it is. I mean, it's just really, really cool, really, really fun title. So we're excited about that theme. Thank you for that question.
And I'm assuming if we do traditional, there will be some changes that we discuss what those would look like.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The City of Tulsa has guidelines in place for social distancing and things like that, and we would have a plan that we would submit and get approved by City of Tulsa, of course.
And what's the threshold for doing a traditional and doing a drive-thru?
When you say threshold, what do you mean by that?
What's the metric? Because I imagine this, y'all haven't said COVID, but I imagine that's why you have the two plans.
Yeah, we're just looking at all the indicators and meeting with the city and kind of following there. We're going to be sensitive to that. Yeah.
So there's no threshold, there's no metric.
I get what you're saying. I don't think there's anything that's going to necessarily, we don't have a threshold set that's going to push us one way or the other. We are in tune with the community as well. We're going to be getting feedback from our Facebook and Instagram pages and on our website. And just our utmost priority is going to be the safety of our community. And if we don't think people will come out because they don't feel safe, then it wouldn't be prudent for us to do a traditional parade. So we want to be community leaders in this area and not just, you know, do something that,
Yeah, our sponsors alone represent thousands of employees in the Tulsa area and around. So we always err on the side of safety. But what we're most excited about is not having to cancel and still having the parade. We've gotten reached out by so many people in the community, family members and other organizations asking, is it happening still? Is it still going to happen? And the good news is it is going to happen, and we'll reveal those finalized plans as we get closer. But great questions. I really appreciate it. Any
Is
other
the
questions? Yes, ma'am.
Joyride theme because it works really with either way you have to go, whether it's drive-by or regular parade?
What was the question?
is there a question or you're just making a comment? Sorry.
I'm asking, is that the thought process? Is that how you guys came up with that?
Yes.
Go either way.
Yeah, so every year
Yeah.
we get ideas from our committee about themes, and you know that was one of the ideas, and we thought, hey, this is perfect because it does go either way.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it'll work either way. Was that your question?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Translation. Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you all again so much for coming out, and big thanks to Tulsa Club Hotel for hosting this press conference. What a beautiful facility, and you know, they're just such a great community partner. So big thanks to them. And anyways, thank you for coming out. If you have any questions, Paul Ross with American Waste Control, Jessica Gulo, American Waste, Parade Director, Doug, Channel 8, Kevin Burr, Barracuda Staffing, Arthur Greeno, Chick-fil-A. I mean, they know how to do drive-thrus, right? Don't they? And Joe and Troy with American Waste Control. So thank you all so much. Thank you.
I was going to ask if you can take 1,000
Good. Make that happen.
Yeah, I thought that would
Yeah.
and be some entertainment.
Yeah. Where do you want to do that? Can we do it with the parade backdrop? Sure.
One thing is, I think Paul was better.